Broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi everyone, Ron here at AbleSys. Welcome to the webinar. Be glad to go over the charts and take a look at the AbleTrend signals, the signal results. If you followed the rules and traded the AbleTrend signals today, it was not the best day of the year, and you just don't get that many days like today, so you really want to try and take advantage of that. But before we get to that, let's take a look at this more of a swing trading chart. Got a 2-hour daily combination. Works really well for swing trading stocks, whether you like to trade options or just buy shares. That's up to you. Doesn't matter. It'll still give you very accurate direction. And this is AMD, popular stock to trade. Not too pricey either. So we had a really nice sell signal on it because we're always looking for the triple confirmation. That's what we look for, whether we're looking at stocks or Forex, futures, whether we're day trading, swing, or position trading. It's always the exact same signals that we're looking for on the chart. And they have the exact same accuracy and always low risk. So we're looking for the triple confirmation of a red bar, a red dot, and a red X. That means 2 different time frames and 2 different algorithms are all agreeing at the same time it's a good time to go short. In this case, blue bar, blue dot, blue X, of course, would mean the opposite to go long. And that was a really nice little trade here in at 33 and change, still at 29.80, so up a little over $3 on this one here. Look how accurate these dots are. Look how the price goes right to that red dot, bounces off it, and comes back down again. The key are the dots. If you're below the dots, stay in the trade. You're safe. You've got a nice wall of protection above the price. That's the whole purpose of having the software. You and I, we use we sometimes put our emotions into it. And that's the only reason you lose, because you can't out trade the algorithm. You can't even come close. The algorithm has no emotion. It's doing all these fancy calculations. You have to just go with it. You have to do it. You have to follow the rules and be very focused, very disciplined, and very consistent. Otherwise, you cannot win. It's an impossibility. Don't even trade. I mean, it's just not going to happen. But if you follow the signals and you follow the rules, they'll be losing trades. Guarantee you that. They'll be losing days. I'll guarantee that too. Don't ever want to paint any unrealistic expectation. I never, ever want to exaggerate the wins. If anything, I got to exaggerate the losses because I want to make it very, very realistic. We're extremely serious about our trading. But you just have to do it. You have to follow the rules. You just have to. And it's real simple. I mean, 3, 4, 5 simple little rules, and stick with it. You'll like what you see. It'll work really well. The hard part, and totally understand, and believe me, I totally understand, is when your emotions come into play. You use other indicators. You don't think the signal's going to work good. Oh, well, I was thinking that this would. No thinking. I mean, you have to be very robotic. Just no thinking. It's hard to do. It's money on the line. But that's the only way you can be very successful. For example, the E-mini NASDAQ today I'm watching this every day for 15 years. This has got to be one of the 10 best days I've ever seen. Definitely in the top 10. And trading isn't easy. It's difficult, but you couldn't get any easier than today because everything just lined up beautiful. And it was moving fast. It was just like a dream day. That's really what it was. If you dream of a great day to trade, using AbleTrend, this was it. So let's take a look at it. Right from the open, which is right here, that's a really long price bar to get in. Quite frankly, we get in anyhow. We don't care if it's a 100-point bar. We're in. I mean, if that's too far of a stop, just put your stop at 10 points, whatever you're comfortable with. But we'll just get in on I think the easy way to explain it, or the best way to do it, just get in on the next bar. It's much shorter bar. Didn't go up all that much yet. Just get in on the next bar, and your stop loss goes 1 point below the bottom of that bar. Well, that was very reasonable. It was about a 10-point risk. And if for any reason you missed it, you get in on the next one. That's all. As long as you have tick agreement, you're in. Now, you might miss out on a couple points because you got in a little late, but that's your call. Now, AbleTrend is telling you what to do. If you don't want to do it, that's perfectly fine. Anybody can do whatever they want with their money. But if you want the algorithm to be in your favor, you got to act on it, and you have to be very disciplined. Right there. That's what I'm looking for, right there. Right at 931, shorter bar. No, nobody could. I mean, it's just perfectly lined up. And especially at the beginning of the day, at the 9:30 New York Open, when you get that big volume explosion, well, then you have to for sure use a 1-2-3 chart. By the way, I've got a 1-2-3 minute chart in the middle. I've got my 233 tick up top, and I got a 3-9 below, just for a little longer time frame. So this is what I like to look at, but no, you can do it however you like. But I mean, that's just beautiful. I mean, it's just screaming at you to buy it there. It just couldn't be any more obvious. I mean, the software can't knock on your door or my door and come here and take our hand and press the buy market button. No, that we can't do. You've got to, that's on you. So you have to just follow the trades. Don't pick and choose which ones to take. You've got to take them all. Because you don't know, I don't know. Nobody can see the future. But at that point, my God, you got so many odds in your favor. You've got to take it. Whether it works out or not, and some of them don't, whether it works out or not, that's a screaming buy. And they don't always work out. I know I keep saying it because I want to be really realistic and not exaggerate the wins. Because I'd rather under-promise, and then you look at it and go, wow, that's even better than he said or than I thought. Yeah, I'd rather under-promise and over-deliver. So right there, we've got just a screaming buy. A screaming buy signal right there. And if you're watching this live, I mean, this is what you're looking at, right there. Okay, we're just watching it. We're watching it. Okay. Well, what are we looking for now? Well, obviously, we're moving our stop losses higher. We're putting the stop loss at the second lower row of blue dots below the price, not the first blue dot. This one's slightly lower. So now our stop is here at that point. So we're already up a ton of money. I mean, like 20 points. So that's $400 in 10 minutes. So now, in my mind, I'm saying, okay, now we're looking for the 2 green bar exit, or the 2 green bar stop. Because it's like, geez, I got a great trade going. I'm up 400. I mean, I want to at least hold on to most of it. Looking for those 2 greens. Wow, this is great. Looking good. Now, by the way, we're moving our stop loss higher as the small dots go higher. Again, keeping it at the second lower row of small dots. The rules never change, and they're so simple. It's like you need like about 5 rules in your head, and that's it. Oh, there's the 2 greens. I'm going to put my stop loss 1 point below the bottom of that lower of the 2 green bars. I just go like this with the crosshairs. Okay, my stop's in at about 21. I get in at 92. Geez, that's 30 points. Just made $600. I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, who wouldn't be? That's per 1 contract. Okay, now in my mind, I'm going, okay, now I'm looking for a sweet spot. Obviously, I'm stopped out here. The next thing I'm thinking in my mind is to get back in again. Well, by the time it comes red bar, red dot, red X, geez, it's got to go down a lot more, and it's going to take it's going to take at least 5 or 10 more minutes for that. That's got to really, take a big dive down for that to happen. So more than likely, the sweet spot is what I'm going at. Now, it doesn't have to come all the way back to the blue dot now that we have the tick chart. It doesn't have to come all the way back down. Okay, we've got the tick chart here. Looking for that sweet spot. Technically speaking, we could have got in here at 955 because the sweet spot or a good place to get in is on a pullback, green back to blue again. There it is. But I'm not even going to count that, which was a great trade. Here, again, green to blue. 10:05-ish. Well, let me just make sure. 10:05, I'm blue. I've got triple confirmation. No, I don't. On the tick, I've got to wait till about 10:07. Now I can get in. 10:07, triple confirmation on the tick. 3 different indicators and 2 different time frames are telling me on the tick, which is much faster then the 1, 2, 3. Now I've got over here 10, right here, I'm in. Okay, I'm in at 33. Okay, let's see what happens. And if I didn't get in there, well, that's an even sweeter sweet spot if you want to call it like that. I'm in at 42 because this one really come close to the blue dot there and went green to blue. Staying in, staying in. There's 2 greens. I'm going to put my stop loss just a little lower because I'm about 10, actually a little more than 10 points. I'm about 15 points in profit or so. Ooh, this is looking good. We're going higher. There's 2 greens. Just put a little bit lower. Nope, still haven't hit the stop. Oh my, this is nuts now. Now we're really having fun. I mean, this thing is just crazy. It was great. I was watching, my eyes were popping out of my head. Oh, finally we're out. There's 2 greens. 2 reasons we're out. It goes under the blue dot to the previous lower AbleTrend stop. 2 greens. Either way, we're out around 91. We got in. It was 40. That's 50 points. That's $1,000 per one contract, not 5 or 10 or 20 like some clients trade. 1. We keep it really real and really conservative and really real. Wait a minute. We made what, 20 something on the one before, 50 on this one? That's getting crazy now. We're up like 70, 75 points. It's $20 a point. It's $1,500. It's 11 o'clock in the morning. The market's only open an hour and 90 minutes. That's $1,500. I mean, there was nothing to talk about. There was nothing to talk you out of it. I mean, the rules, there's only 2 exit rules. Either you get stopped out, and if you're in profit, a couple $100, you want to use the 2 green bar stop, where you put your stop loss 1 point below the bottom of the 2. Great. If you use the AbleTrend stops, would have been even bigger, the second lower row of blue dots. But that's a little hard for most day traders to do. So I shorten up those stops to the 2 green bar stop. $1,500 in 90 minutes. I'm pretty happy right now. This is looking good. And I just love that everybody sees this. Everybody's using AbleTrend if they're following these couple of simple rules and acting on it and keeping your emotions aside. Because if you're going to trade on emotion, you can't win. You can't beat this algorithm with 2 different time frames and 3 different algorithms all coming together. Your feeling, well, my feeling is going to do better than that. Not happening. Never. So don't go in your feeling or your emotion. I don't think this can happen. Well, this might. Stop. That's not going to happen. Back long again over here. I mean, this is just screaming at us to get long again. Triple confirmation. Tick agrees. I mean, it's just 3-9 chart agrees. It's nuts. It's just perfect. Broke even on that trade. Dead even. Out on the red bar, red dot. Madhu, no auto trade with AbleTrend. You have to do it. It's on you. Stephen, what is the large red dot on the first long red bar? You always get a large red dot on the first red bar, like right here. It's just telling you that there's a possible trend change. You now went from uptrend to a downtrend, short term. So the first red bar just means it's the first red dot. That's all it means. Like here, first blue bar, you get the big blue dot in the middle. Why? It's the first blue bar. And of course, blue and red are complete opposite directions in AbleTrend. So it's kind of like a heads up. So let me just expand this full chart right here, full screen. This was the break-even trade. This was about a break-even trade. I'm even just going to call it a loss. This was a tough one to pick up. Now, obviously there was news. You don't ever get a bar like this that's 20 points long. This is when Trump tweeted that there were going to be more tariffs for China. So you had to be really quick to pick this one up. Anybody who did and is really serious about their trading and was right there to see it, I mean, they hit just a mega home run on that one and took that trade. If you feel the stop is too long, shorten up your stop. That's okay. You can do that. But let's play it really conservative and say, I'm going to wait for a sweet spot. Oh my God, I missed out on a 150-point move. That's 150 points. It doesn't look like that much on the chart. That's 150 points. That's a $3,000 winner that AbleTrend put it on the chart. Now, whether we took it because we didn't like the risk, we weren't watching it during the dead zone, whatever, that's on you and me. AbleTrend gave it to us. You can't ask anything more of the software than giving us the winning trade. So let's say, all right, well, you know what? Now it's 2 o'clock Eastern, so we know we're out of this. I mean, that's a perfect time to trade the final 2 hours. We've got a just screaming sell signal right here. We're coming off a dramatic news that the market is absolutely hating, so it's selling off in a huge way that you only see maybe once or twice a year. So obviously the bias is tremendous to the downside. The 5-minute, 10-minute, 15, 30, 60-minute charts are all on a sell signal, and they're all red. The 1-minute, 2-minute, 3-minute tick chart, everything is red right here at 14:02, which is 2:02 Eastern. Well, I mean, if that isn't enough to make a trade, then this isn't for you. I mean, it just doesn't get any better than that. And that's okay. You know what? It's not for everybody. That's perfectly fine. So we're short over here, 78.50. And, just hold on to your seat, because this is going to really get, as if that earlier, the morning trade wasn't good enough, this trade's going to wind up just as good. Now, there's the 2 greens. I'm going to put it 1 point above, never hit it. There's 2 greens again, 1 point above, never hit it. There's 2 greens, 1 point above, never hit it. Out right there. There's the 2 greens. We're out right there. We're out at 7,800. I didn't even include 150 points, a $3,000 winner, because it was during the dead zone. It came very quick. Maybe I'm even going to wash that out. Who does that? Certainly nobody else, anyplace else, is going to do that. They're going to tell, oh, look at this great trade, $3,000 winner. Did you have it? No, let's be realistic. That was really difficult to pick up. It went down really fast. It was during the dead zone. I'm about real trading, not the fake stuff everybody tries to throw on you. I'm past that stage. Come on, stop. I hate when that nonsense is done to me. So I'll never do that to anyone else. So we were short at 50. We got out at 7,800. That's 50 points profit. Really clear, really obvious, nothing tricky. You didn't have to be a genius to figure this out. A 10-year-old, if I showed them how to use it prior to this, could have jumped on that one. The point is, it wasn't like you had to be Joe Genius to figure that out. Because if I could figure it out, then it wasn't that difficult. That's 50 points times 2 is 1,000. Kind of nice days, because we're put up 2,500 so far, trading 1 contract. I said it's going to be, kind of a special day. Who knew that beforehand? I wish I would have known. Wish we all would have known. I would have emailed and called everybody, please trade today. You're going to have a great day. This was a 7-point loser because we put our stop loss a point above the top of the bar there, and we got stopped out right there. So we lost 7 points on that. All right, it's going to happen. It's going to be losing trades. I mean, we're up 2,500 for the day. We get back, 7 points. I'll do that all day long. Now, here, if you look at the chart, you go, oh, we're in here. No, that's not fair. We were actually in here. So we weren't in. It wasn't that good of a trade. We're actually in over here because that bar this was red at that time, and it didn't go to blue till after it broke up. See, I'm not here to fool anyone. I'm telling you that it wasn't as good a trade as it looks on the chart. I'm being extremely realistic here. That's how I would want to be. I mean, we're really serious about this. And that's a losing trade. We lost 10. We get back 10 points on that trade there, and that's the end of the day. That's a heck of a day. That was a $2,300 day today. Now, if you caught a piece of it, hey, great. A big piece of it. That's okay. Nobody's going to nail this exactly perfect. That's an impossibility too. All right, let's just take 300 off for the heck of it. was a heck of a day. That's 2,000 per contract. So you're not going to see a lot of days like this. Hopefully you were consistent, disciplined, serious, and you had it, and you just simply took the signals. No thinking, because that's when you and we get in trouble. You're not going to outthink the algorithm. That's not going to happen ever. So just go with it. I mean, you paid for it, you have it. Take advantage of it. And I'm always glad to help too. Always glad to help. Because nobody likes what they're doing as much as I do. I'm always glad to help. And nobody gets more enjoyment out of hearing other people's, getting emails from other people and hearing their success more than I do. And I take this so serious. Inside my head, you wouldn't believe it was even true. One last question coming in. Do you trade at the open of the next bar after the signal? Yes. Yes. Correct, Morris. Yes. Stephen, I've gone over the 5 rules probably 20,000 times in all these webinars. I've just gone over them all now. I just showed you exactly how to trade it. Red bar, red dot, red X. I even email everybody all the rules. I'm already past my time here. Why don't you give me a call tomorrow? I'll gladly go over the chart again. I don't know how much more. I don't know what more I can do. Red bar, red dot, red X. You're in on the. You probably heard me say this thousands of times, but I'll do it again. Red bar, red dot, red X, or blue bar, blue dot, blue X. I mean, I went over this trade. I went over this chart, trade by trade. I never even, I'm taking an extra 15 minutes out over the normal 15 minutes just to do it. I don't know what more I can do. The software can't go to your house and make the trade for you. Blue bar, I'll do it again. Whew. I'm just surprised at that question. Blue bar, blue dot, blue X, you're in. Done. Stop goes on the bottom of the first blue bar. If you feel it's just too much risk, get in on the next bar. Okay, that's it. There's nothing more to speak of. And now what's my exit? Because you're already in the trade. Now what's my exit? The 2 green bars, like I went over. I just went over this whole chart. Stop loss goes on the second lower row of small blue dots until you get 2 green bars. Now this is just for day trading. It's even easier for swing or position trading because we don't even use the 2 green bar. We just put the stop loss at the previous lower small blue dots. 2 greens, you put your stop loss 1 point lower. If you get stopped out, we go back in on a sweet spot with tick agreement. Okay, now you know the exit, you know the entry, you know the sweet spots. Covered it all. It's nothing more than that. Keep it simple. That's all it is. Good one, Stephen. Michael, so the pullbacks, they might not, if you've got tick revert, that's the whole purpose of the tick, Michael Z. When you get the pullback, if you get 3 green, you get the green bars, they come back, you're not going to always get it to hit the blue dot, especially on you got to keep in mind, this is different. This was a super fast moving market today. This wasn't normal. So, I mean, if it doesn't have to hit the dot. You've got tick agreement. The tick is even faster. If the tick is going up and you've got a blue bar and a blue dot and a blue X, why would you not take it? How much better can you get than that? Yeah, I mean, if you're looking for the absolute perfect trade, every single trade, you're going to drive yourself nuts. You're just going to drive yourself nuts. It's just not going to happen. So you got to, sweet spots, if you're close enough to the blue dots, especially on a fast-moving day, take the trade. Jump in. Go for it. If it doesn't work out, you're never going to lose much anyhow, but you have a stop loss in place. I mean, just keep it simple. You're welcome, Rick. Madhu, yeah, you just want to make sure you always close. You're welcome, Stephen. You always want to close the trades before 4 o'clock, as I mentioned, 4 o'clock New York time, because then you're going to have to hold it overnight. So always close your trade Technically, it's 4:15, but I'm just playing it safe by telling you 4 o'clock. And you just have to focus and be serious about it and be very consistent and be a robot. I know I keep saying that. You have to be a robot. You have to just be robotic about it. Very methodical, very robotic, and put your brain outside your office or wherever you're trading from. Just check your brain in another room and just be kind of like a robot, just kind of like a dummy, just doing it, just reacting, not thinking. You're welcome, Paul. You're welcome, Steve, and Steven. All right, great. Everybody's here today. All the good guys are here. Thanks everyone for being here. I hope I was helpful, and stay in touch. As you know, I'm here to help you.